Hey guys, Autry here again with BMP. We've got our MK8 R back on the chopping block, getting more mods done so that we can get those records that we want to get and get those numbers we want to see. If you haven't checked it out, click here. You'll see part 1, where we went to the dyno, got baseline figures, draggy figures, then we flashed Stage1 Plus on Unitronic, got those dyno numbers, and then draggy figures with that as well. This week, we're going to be installing the Unitronic intercooler, intake, and their dog bone mount on the car, and then going back to the dyno to see what kind of improvements we can get out of that, and then draggy runs of that as well. So let's get the car in the shop so that Ryan can start on the installation of all that stuff and let the fun begin.
So today we are installing the Unitronic intake, intercooler, and dog bone mount. To begin, we're going to start with the intercooler as the most involved process, but the first part of this is to get everything disassembled, and we'll be taking you step by step to make that happen. All right, so we're going to get started by disassembling the intake system. It's going to need to be out of the way for what we've got to do with the intercooler anyways. And first part's done. Now that we've got the intake installed, we're going to move on to getting the dog bone mount installed and show you how that works out. But this whole package, we're expecting a lot and pretty quick and simple transformation. We're all finished up and we've got to go give this thing a road test. That's a rowdy car. All right guys, we're back at Joe Tech today with the MK8 R after we've put the intercooler and intake on. We're also going to be taking a look at how that dog bone mount is helping. Ultimately just visually watching the engine move, but we're looking to see some power gains from the intake and intercooler that we've installed and hope to be able to show you some results that will solidify it. Now, we are a little bit cooler than we were previously, so we do naturally anticipate that the power is going to be higher, but what we're going to be doing is comparing the actual power curve and torque curve from the previous run to now and see if we have any major differences that can be attributed to the changes that we've made and not the atmospheric conditions. After that, we'll get some draggy information that will show you if we've made any improvements to our quarter-mile time, and hopefully the results that we see here mirror what we see on the draggy. Good God. Okay. Unitronic did something right, guys.
horsepower still there.
Looking great, man. Killer.
Oh, look at
Huh?
it.
I don't know what it was. I don't have that in my head well enough yet. First pull was over 370. Second pull was just under 370. And as we mentioned, torque and turbo spool has really increased with this change. Now, again, the temperature is going to be changing a little bit, but not that big of a sway. And we've got some data to get on our draggy, because this undoubtedly should result in some major improvements in our quarter mile time. It should be quite a bit of a different car now. So the dog bone mount that we put in has made a significant difference in the amount of movement that we're observing here. There still is a lot of available movement from the engine and transmission mount. So the engine does move up and down a little bit, but the rocking that we were seeing, the violent rocking, for the most part is gone. So it's doing its job quite well. And down the road, after we get mounts put in this thing, we shouldn't see that assembly move at all. But we're definitely on the right track.
All right, guys, just made it back from the dyno and a whopping 40 horsepower gained with just these simple bolt-ons. Can't wait to show you what we have in store next. We're gonna be doing the Unitronic downpipe and the catback, flashing to stage 2 and going back to the dyno again. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment so that we can keep bringing you this content and follow along as we make our way to the 10s.